What's clacking, everybody? It's your boy Zay Clack. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my 4-step process on buying and flipping used sneakers for some quick cash. My goal is to turn this $300 group of shoes into $600 and make $300 profit. If you do this consistently, you can get 1 to 2 flips a week. If you make $50 to $100 profit, that's at least a pair of shoes or 2 pairs of shoes every month. This is a great side hustle and I think everybody should give it a try. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so the first step in the process is going to be finding the shoes and getting a good price for them. Now, my favorite places to look for these shoes are going to be OfferUp, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes Mercari. There's also the GoDaddy, but I wouldn't really recommend it just because sometimes the shoes are kind of overpriced and you're not really going to find shoes in that 60 to 100 to 150 range that often. My favorite places are eBay and OfferUp, and I'm going to show you how I go about looking for these shoes. I wasn't able to record how I got these right here, but I'll just show you kind of something similar. I'll give you guys several examples of how you can find the same deals. I'll pull it up on my phone and we'll go through it together. I'll be showing you guys a few examples on eBay real quick, and then I'll show you some on OfferUp. I like to look up Jordan 1 or Jordan 4, Jordan 3, whatever the model is, and then followed by the word beater. Jordan 4 beater. And some of the first few results that pop up look pretty good. This one looks like a great deal. This is a pair of shoes that I think I would be able to restore. The bottoms look pretty beat, but I'd be able to at least repaint the midsole and clean it up for sure, get some of the creasing out. So I'd be able to restore some value to this pair. Another thing that you can do is you can look up Jordan 4, for example, and then you would go to filters, and then you would price it. You would look for, you go to condition, pre-owned, because we're looking for used shoes, and then you would do price and you would filter it. So let's say I think a max price would be $150, and then we're gonna look through these here. Here's another good example. So here's another pair of Columbia 4s. It's bidding for $50 right now. So all we'd have to do for this pair is get rid of the yellowing and kind of do some touch-ups on the white paint as well and clean it up a bit. So this would be a great purchase. Just because of how low the price point is and how easy the restoration is. Alright guys, so now giving you an example on OfferUp. All I've done here is I've looked up Jordan beater into the search bar, and it's just going to show all of the local options. Here's the first one that caught my eye. This is a pair of Gamma 11s, or sorry, Gamma 12s. All you have to do is kind of scrub them, give them a good cleanup, store the suede a little bit. That, like the description says, still got plenty of life left in them. You could probably make an offer for $50, clean them up, sell them for $100 or maybe even $150. This one is not local, but I definitely buy it if I was looking for a pair of beaters. It's a pair of triple white 3s, and it's absolutely cooked. You got some damage on the midsole, but that's really easy to clean up. That's just white paint, and then the rest of the shoe is you just scrub it, put it in the washing machine. Give it a good cleanup, and this would be a great pair to restore. Now I've given you guys several examples of how you can find beaters to restore. Now let's get into step 2. So step 2 in the process is actually securing the pair of shoes. Now I've already kind of touched on this before. When it comes to pricing, you're just going to aim to make $50 to $100 profit. And you also want to keep in mind when you buy online, if you're going to buy from somebody and they're going to ship to you, you're going to have to keep in mind the price of the taxes and the price of the shipping. So if you buy a pair of shoes for $50, but then you have shipping and tax, it's going to come out to about $70. So you're going to want to sell $50 more than that. So you'd want to sell it at $120, $130. Always meet in a public place. Do not go to somebody's house. Never buy at somebody's house. Never sell at somebody's house. Never have someone come to your house. Always meet in a public place. And then also when it comes to securing the shoes, try to make things as easy as possible for the seller, because if you're able to go to their city, like say they live like 20 minutes away from you, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to get it at a cheaper price, like a lowball price. If you can say, I can pick up with cash today, can you do $50, and then I'll come to you. As long as you meet at like a Starbucks near them, or like just some public place where you can do the transaction, everything should be fine, and you're typically going to get the best price that way. So that's another good tip. And lastly, when it comes to negotiating, always try to offer about like 30% less than what you're actually willing to pay. So if, for example, the most you're willing to pay for a pair of shoes is $100, try to offer them like $70 and then see if they can counter offer. Because typically if somebody doesn't like your initial lowball, they'll make a counter offer of a little bit higher, and you want to make sure that whatever they counter is still within your price range. You want to just offer them a little bit lower than what you're actually willing to pay, so that they raise it up to a good price. And sometimes you may be surprised they'll actually accept your initial low offer, and that's how you get the shoes for a good price. Now let's move on to step 3. Now step 3 in the process is actually cleaning the shoes. I'm gonna walk you through how I clean these foam posits, but it's obviously gonna vary depending on what shoe you have. If you have a Jordan 4 that you have to repaint, you're gonna have to look up a tutorial for that. I do plan on making restoration videos in the future, kind of showing you guys different things that you can do to sneakers. Every little bit makes a difference. Whatever you can do, don't be lazy. Try to get it. Try to do that if it's gonna add some value to the shoe. That's how you're gonna get the best price. But yeah, let's get started. All right, guys. So I got my Rejuvenator. I'm gonna put 2 squirts of this in a bowl of water, and then I got all my brushes here, and we're just gonna get scrubbing. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the soft bristle brush to wipe down all of this mesh and get some foaming going. Now I'm going to move on to the medium bristle brush, and this is going to be for the rest of the uppers, just getting all the dirt and the stains out. Alright, so now moving on to the stiff bristle brush, I'm going to be scrubbing the bottom of these. I don't know if you can see it, but you see the little strings right here that are sticking out? These are also important to get off. So that pretty much takes care of the left shoe. I'm gonna do the same exact thing on the right side. I'm just gonna repeat the whole process on all of the shoes, and then I'll show you the actual process of selling these. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna take you through step 4, which is the fun part. This is actually where you sell the shoes. Now I'm gonna be showing you guys this pair right here as an example, and then I'm gonna be doing the same thing to all 3 pairs. All you would have to do is you'd copy the same way I took the pictures. You would just do that to your own shoe. You would also copy the same description. So let's get into that. For the cover photo, I did a nice appealing picture where I held the shoe, and I made the background some like flowers. You could do whatever just make sure that it's outside and it's an appealing picture. It's like out in good lighting, and then you basically just take pictures of the shoe from every angle. So it's the shoe from the left side, and then from the right side. I also have the shoe picture from the front, from the back, from the bottom, and then for the description, what I did was I wrote down an appealing title. You know, just a simple, clean. It's what the shoe is, and then the size, and then the description itself. I did rare foams from 2012 with the size next to it, and then $350 or best offer. That's what. And then right below that, I wrote the condition of the shoe. So 8.5 out of 10 condition. And then I gave a description of why. Below that, I wrote public meetups in the blank area. So you just put in whatever area you're in. I'm mobile for a fee. So I'll drive to somebody if they're willing to pay me like $20 for gas and time, right? Because it's like you're the customer, you're buying from me. So you're gonna have to come to me if you want the shoes. If you want me to deliver, it'll cost some extra money. So that's basically what I do for everything. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply this same formula to all 3 pairs of shoes, and then I'll get back to you when I sell them. Alright guys, so quick status update. I finally got a buyer for one of the pairs of foam posits. I'm gonna be selling this for $150, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Let's freaking go, dude. I just got the $150, and it was a super easy transaction. The guy was really chill. We just met at my local Taco Bell. Made a quick $50 profit, so I'm really happy with it. That's gonna be a 50% profit margin because each shoe averaged out to $100 per. So I'm really happy with that. This was my first shoe transaction in a while, so it's pretty cool. And you know, it did take a month to sell these though, which is the problem. Definitely I'm going to avoid foam posits in the future, and I would recommend, you know, just buying things that are going to sell quickly. You know, don't buy like a Jordan 15 or something like that. You know, a pair of foam posits, a pair of like Jordan 14s, they're going to move slower. So definitely buy the easier to sell Jordan 1s, 3s, 4s, all that. So yeah, now let's get to the outro.